Once upon a time, there was a gender-fluid flatworm monster. It could freely switch between male and female forms at will. Whenever it was short on cash, it would transform into a stunning lady and hit up the bars, hunting for prey. It didn't take long for a man to take the bait. The flatworm monster smoothly slipped off its coat and sauntered into the bathroom, leaving the guy waiting with giddy anticipation. Out of nowhere, a burly dude wielding a gun barged in, demanding all the man's money. Terrified, the man handed everything over and bolted. It wasn't until later that he realized his phone was missing too. That's when it hit him. He'd been played. Meanwhile, the flatworm monster had already shapeshifted back into a beautiful woman, ready to find her next target. Suddenly, the man stopped her in her tracks. He threatened to call the cops if she didn't return his stuff. She scoffed, saying he was just picking on the vulnerable. Then she transformed again. The next day, the police found the man's mangled body in the streets. Their investigation led them to an apartment where he was last seen. They found his phone there, but the building manager insisted the place was rented by a pretty lady. The info they dug up pointed to a guy named Linus, who had a criminal record. To catch the killer, the cops asked Monroe to pose as a potential victim. At the same time, the flatworm monster, now back in female form, was on the prowl again. As she tried to approach a man, he straight up walked away. So she set her sights on Monroe instead. He played along and followed her back to the apartment. When the flatworm monster stepped into the bathroom, Monroe sensed danger. Sure enough, it emerged as a gun-toting man. Monroe quickly signaled the police, who rushed over immediately. Monroe morphed, trying to subdue the flatworm monster. But as the cops arrived, it jumped out the window and vanished. Hidden from view, it transformed into a woman once more.